Individual budgets are designed to provide you with greater choice and control over the support arrangements that you receive. It's an opportunity to tailor support to suit your lifestyle, not tailoring your lifestyle to suit your support. This video will demonstrate just how easy it is to take up individual budgets and hopefully answer many of the questions you may have around the process.
An individual budget is a new way of providing a social care package for a person who's been assessed as needing services. It really offers them choice and control on the services that they need to meet their care needs and really puts them at the centre of the planning process. They offer people a clear indication of how much money will be available for providing their social care. In a traditional package, you would be seen by social care, you'd be seen by the ILF, you'd be seen by supporting people. So you end up having 3 or 4 assessments and then the money goes in all different times in your account. Whereas with an individual budget, you just get one cash allocation and you haven't got to be seen by 4 different people. At the moment in Barking and Dagenham, we're working with people with a physical or sensory impairment, older people and adults with a learning disability. And over the next couple of months, individual budgets will be rolled out to people with mental health issues. Traditionally, when somebody needs services, an agency tells you what they can provide for you. But as it's a buyer's market and you have this cash allocation, you are able to negotiate prices, negotiate the services that you want to take on board and really create a pick and mix of services that suit your needs and not the needs of the agency. An example would be that somebody might come in at 7:30 to get you up, but you might not want to get up till 9 o'clock. But that's the time that the agency have allocated for someone to come in to get you up, and they can't move that because they've got 15 other clients to do before 10 o'clock. With an individual budget, that freedom there is that you're the buyer. If you want to get up on a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, you tell the agency that you want the person there at 10 to 11 and not to arrive at 7:30 on a Sunday morning. And that's the difference. That's where the empowerment comes from, is it puts you as the buyer in the driving seat.
Hi, I am Penny. Before starting using individual budgets, my life was very different. It was difficult for me to follow my interests, such as going to the cinema, swimming, or even going to the pub. Since going on to individual budgets, I've chosen an assistant who has the same interests as me. Now I can go out when I want. I am socialising and making new friends just like any other 23-year-old.
Individual budgets is too complicated for me.
It's not as complicated as you think, and there is support if you need it.
When you take up an individual budget, you will have to go through the normal assessment process, but at the same time you will be asked to fill in a resource allocation tool, which is a form of a self-assessment questionnaire. Out of this self-assessment questionnaire, you will be allocated an amount of money and you will have this amount of money to plan your own support. Individual budgets can be made of various funding streams. Barking and Dagenham has been working with a number of government departments to look at different funding streams that can be made available to extend a person's budget. You are in control of your own care money. This puts you in a position to shop around and negotiate best prices with service providers. People that are taking up an individual budgets, we try to support as best as we can. Currently we employ 3 support brokers whose job it is to navigate you through the individual budget process. However, if you don't want to take up their support, you can go through the process with family members or friends or even your care manager. The choice is yours.
My name is Eli. Before I started using the individual budget, I never accepted the support package because I didn't want to lose my independence. Not accepting the package was meant really having falls in the bathroom, burning myself in the kitchen with hot water. Definitely taking the individual budget was a great improvement in my life. I didn't know how to manage before. It was like being in the dark ages and coming into modern life.
I'm not going to take out individual budgets because it's another way of cutting my social care package.
This is not true. Individual budgets allows you to decide what to do with the money that you've been allocated for care rather than someone else choose for you.
I see individual budgets in the future as a real opportunity, an opportunity not to be missed. The individual budget process puts the person at the centre of the decision making. It also gives the individual the opportunity to have control over the services that they undertake and the way in which they spend their money. If someone was thinking of taking up an individual budget, I would say to them, give it a go. If that person decides that an individual budget isn't for them, then they have the choice to revert back to how they were receiving their money before, perhaps under direct payments. The government is committed, if successful, in rolling the pilot out nationally. In Barking and Dagenham, we've built very much on the progress that's been made by the pilot. The amount of people that have taken up the option who have been really, really positive about the outcome that it's made and the differences to their lives. And for me, as someone that could be a potential service user, it was also something which really excites me for the future.
My name is Olufunsho Akinwumi. Religion is a very important part of my life. Before taking up individual budget, I was unable to attend church as much as I would want. Individual budget flexibility means I can change my support plan as at when necessary, and then use the additional money to attend church and some other functions. It has meant that I'm living the life I want. Surely, goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the life of the Lord forever and ever. Amen.
Can I get a family member to help me with my individual budget?
You can get help from family, friends, or even a support broker, whatever you feel comfortable with.
If somebody is unsure about taking up an individual budget, then contact one of the brokers who can support you through the process. Once you've started the process, if you're unhappy and you want to stop at any time, there's no problem with doing that. It's not a sign on the dotted line and you're committed. It's not as difficult as it looks. The self-assessment questionnaire has been designed to make it as simple as possible and involves really just filling in tick boxes, and the complicated stuff is done behind the scenes with the resource allocation tool, but actually filling in that form is relatively simple. But it gives you an opportunity to really think about what you want to do with your life, where you are now and where you want to be, wishes and aspirations for your life as a disabled person.
It's your money, it's up to you how you spend it. This video is just an introduction to individual budgets, and there are so many ways to find out more. Below are contact details to do just that.